Sweaty bodies move to the beat of house music, oblivious to anything but the rhythm and feeling. I personally don't understand the appeal. My friends know this, which is why we walk around the dance floor and take the stairs behind the DJ booth to the rooftop. There, a dozen high-top metal tables with 4 matching chairs at each. All of them have umbrellas that are closed, as it's a clear, comfortable night. Directly across from the covered bar, directly across from them as the door, holy shit. Directly across from the door is a covered bar. If you look over the edge of the roof by the stairs, you'll see a courtyard hemmed in with a large stone wall. That also belongs to Spectrum. Like the rooftop, it gives people who don't want to have conversations without screaming over music a place to sit and drink. Beyond the courtyard is a bar called the Helm, frequented by Marines. Across the street, facing both the Spectrum and the Helm, is a Baptist church that permanently has signs posted out front that say things like, "God hates queers," or "Matthew Shepard is burning in hell." We try to ignore them, but it still hurts. I order a painkiller. Herschel has a Jameson served neat, and Nate a dry gin martini. Tiffany has quit drinking altogether, so she's our designated driver. Herschel goes on to buy a new cannabis strain he's bred. Even though we've gotten out of the illicit cannabis trade, he keeps a personal grow for himself and is medicine for his mom, Diane. After a few drinks, Nate is approached by a man named Claude, who asks him to dance. Claude is 5'6", wiry, with dark hair and thick eyebrows, over an equally thick brow. He's not a stranger. We've spoken to him a few times before. Nate takes his hand and is led enthusiastically by Claude back downstairs. Herschel is approached several times. The men compliment his physique, and he loves it, though he never takes them up on their offers. I know Herschel is straight, but he never has a girlfriend. And at this moment in his life, I believe he prefers compliments to commitment. While Tiffany doesn't drink, she does smoke cannabis and is now enthralled with Herschel's impromptu presentation. I'm on my 4th drink. That's when I hear it. "Nate!" I scream as I leap to my feet. Herschel immediately does the same, like a soldier reacting to the command of a superior officer. "What is it?" Tiffany asks, still seated. "Something is wrong. I can feel it," I reply. "Where?" Herschel responds. "There, in the alley," I say, pointing over the edge of the courtyard toward the building next to us. We can't see into the alley because of the stone wall. "Let's go," Herschel shouts. Tiff rises to her feet. "No," I say sternly, looking at my bride. I can tell by the look on her face that Tiffany is pissed, but she knows I'm right. Tiffany may be mentally strong, but she doesn't have the constitution to deal with the trouble I sense. Herschel leads the way, running toward the stairs. When we make it to the courtyard, we see the security door has been propped open. Herschel runs into it at full force, causing it to smack against the wall as it swiftly articulates 180 degrees. He turns right toward the alley, with me fast on his heels. It's the space between the courtyard of Spectrum and the Helm. There, we see 5 young Marines confronting Nate and Claude. All are young white men in their early 20s with the typical jarhead buzz cut. Slews of them drive down over the weekend from Camp Lejeune in Jacksonville. Sure, plenty of them come to have a good time, then head back. But a substantial minority travel here to catcall, harass, and force themselves on young women. When that fails, they often go out looking for fights, or as is far too common in their Spectrum, to gay bash someone. A large, muscular man of 6'4" appears to be their unofficial commander. He leads the taunting. The other men are of average height and very fit, as they have recently finished basic training. "Y'all boys out here kissing?" I hear him say. I can't make out much in the way of facial features because it's dark, but I can clearly see Nate standing directly in front of Claude to protect him. I know it's Nate because he almost always wears a crisp white shirt that shows up well in the dark. It dawns on me now. After dancing, Nate and Claude stepped out the security door, propping it open so they could make out in the alleyway. Yes, we are, Nate replies as he stares down the large Marine, not flinching or capitulating to his demands by making excuses. Nate is proud of who he is, which is something I adore about him. You got a fucking problem, Herschel screams down the alleyway at the imposing Marine as we approach. Why, is this here your boyfriend? My best friend, Herschel says as he reaches the man. Seeing me, he says, so you two coming out of rectum too? Rectum is a pejorative guys like him use to describe the only gay-friendly establishment in Wilmington. Occasionally, when referring to women, they call it speculum. I suppose they think it's clever. You plan on doing something about it? The brute inquires. I'm planning on going home with my friends safely. That's all. No one is bothering you. Just go back to your bar and have a few more drinks, and we'll go back to ours, Herschel responds. You telling me what to do now? He asks. It's a friendly suggestion. They haven't done anything to you. They're fagging the place up. That's enough to piss me off good. Nate and Claude began moving away from the courtyard wall toward us. Wait a second there, bitch boy. Ain't nobody told you can go nowhere, the Marine says, grabbing Nate by the collar with his left hand. What you gonna do? There are 5 of you against us, 2 skinny homos, you and a girl. Whatever it takes, Herschel responds. The hulking Marine, while still holding Nate's collar, rears back his right hand in a fist. It's a drunken, profusely telegraphed punch. Before he can land it, Nate quickly jabs the man in his liver with the left fist. Surprised and in excruciating pain, the Marine stumbles backward toward his friends. I'm instantly proud of Nate. I told him that. A Proffit liver shot is devastating and can take down the largest of opponents. That's why they're illegal in boxing. The other 4 immediately dogpile Nate and Claude. Herschel puts his right elbow into the throat of the man closest to him, sending that bastard to his knees. Then there's general chaos. Fists and kicks swing wildly. The first Marine I get my hands on, I grab by the collar and cram my left thumb into his right eye, crushing it into his skull. I was going to be a sniper, he screams. Not anymore, I reply. Now it's the 3 of us against 2. I feel the anger swelling up within me. The earth calls out to my mind, saying, Naomi, take my energy, return to your path. I resist because we easily pummel the remaining 2. But then, the larger Marine gets back on his feet. He grabs me with both hands and lifts me up against the wall by my shirt. Nate and Claude are on my right, and Herschel is on my left. As they close in, Herschel sees my left hand going bright white. Step back, he screams at both of them, knowing exactly what Herschel meant. Nate grabs Claude and pulls him away. I reach out with my glowing white hand and light the entire man's right arm on fire. Wailing in pain, he falls back. I focus my energy on the wall behind him. The bricks disappear as I bring forth a stone archway, and it opens to an unearthly night sky. Swiftly, I move toward the man, kick him in the chest. He falls backward through the passageway. I catch a glance of the creature, 8 feet in height. Its long legs propel a small, plump torso. As the moonlight illuminates this thing, I see its skin as the color of school paste. Deep, bright, shimmering indigo-colored veins are easily apparent underneath. There are no eyes, just black holes. The creature's upper mouth is teeming with human-like teeth, but there is no lower jaw, only a flappy hole leading to a gullet. As the beast gallops by on its spindly dagger-tipped legs, it releases a shriek that echoes into the hot alleyway as it grabs the man off his feet with long, dark claws, fleeing with him into the woods. I pull my hand away, and the portal closes. The other men flee. Herschel, Nate, and Claude look aghast at what they just witnessed. I, on the other hand, feel as though I have taken a deep breath at the ocean's surface after a long, free dive.